Hello there, my name is Pincture. Welcome back to another episode of Planet Crafter. Last time, I got myself unlimited oxygen. Very nice to have. I upgraded my storage a bit, did a bunch of cleaning, did some prep work. Now, I'm going to kind of check for some food and drop this stuff off. I think I'll be okay. A little snappy. It's always a little snappy when I get back into this. I tend to play FPSs on the games I don't record. I tend to play FPS games. It's just a little preference of mine. I tend to have my sensitivity lower. I may have to drop that. Honestly, hold on. Quick option. Controls. That sensitivity is really high. I prefer more of a 25%. Better. So, okay, cool. I have no more space food. It's all just the food I make now. So that's one of the things I should probably work on getting done next. Let's see. That's quick. Jeez. Mushroom. Okay, I'm gonna call it there. It shouldn't take me as long to do it. I won't get distracted this time. And I'm not planning to fall in lava again. Does that mean I'm probably going to fall in lava? Yes, it does. But I do have a map. So that helps. Let's do a quick check kind of the general water level. Oh. The pod is being swallowed alive. And look at algae. Look at that. That's awesome. One day this planet will be green. It will be glorious and amazing and Osmosis Jones. Man, I hope I didn't date myself with that reference. Especially since it's like a null reference. I made it without even really thinking about it. Hehehe. Let's see, where am I? Gotta go straight. Maybe not getting stuck on the meter, right, would be helpful. Yes, much better. Okay, so I'm not centered. I'm there. Cool. There's so much stuff I need to do in this game. I need to go out and I need to finish looting some more valuable resources. I need to do a few different things. I kind of want to finish exploring, and that's what I'm doing right now, is exploring. So, man, this thing is zippy. I like it. Oop. Jigged it. Okay, cool. It's always like entering a fever dream over here. I don't like the way the color changes constantly on me. It's concerning, to say the least. Boop boop. So, yeah. I suppose one thing I haven't talked about recently has been some Nintendo news. Namely, the big Nintendo news right now, in terms of what I personally really care about. Interesting physics interaction. Is the fact that that the Nintendo Switch 2 has been announced and pre-orders have actually sold out. They sold out within they sold out almost immediately. Which is astounding for a couple different reasons. One, the current economic climate in a lot of places where I live, in a few other, especially Western places, is tight, to say the least. So, one thing I will come back to that. This would probably be one of the places I should set up base. Looking at the general kind of scope of the area, it's very flat, and there's a lot of valuable resources over by. It's like, oh, this is where the player will move base to. Just for that, I'm gonna be stubborn. I don't want to go down there, but I'm going to. I don't like it. Like, do you understand why I don't like it? It's the Sarlacc pit from Star Wars. Just, there's a sandstorm. But it's the Sarlacc pit from Star Wars. And nothing good comes from going into the Sarlacc pit. And so, I saw something right there. Ooh. Scary. F4. Okay. It just gets deeper. I hate this. I'm sure I'll be able to get this thing out. Yo. Okay. Interesting. Glowy. Ooh, T2 algae. It's just rocks. It has to be a meteor of some kind. Wait, well, there's... Where is it? There you are. Let's see. Yoink. Yoink, yoink. Huh. I guess I have oxygen. Boink. Boink. I'll leave the iridium for now. But it's creepy. It is, genuinely. I thought I was going to get eaten. Despite the fact that this place has shown no life aside from what I've introduced to it, I think I was going to be eaten because there's something weird with this planet going on. I thought I'd found the perfect meteor crater to build my launch platform, but the visibility is atrocious. There's no way I'll be able to send anything from down here. I'll try to make another base higher on the crater rim. Somewhere near 580, 85, 15, 20 should work. Hopefully the fog will fade away soon. Iklas. Year 4031. Someone is doing a good job. I need to turn that off. Like, is this just an iridium meteorite? So glowy. Oh yeah, I'll take the iridium rod. I like how there's water in here. Oh, I can see it now. Cool. I wonder if the next GPS upgrade gives me longitude and latitude. So this is the thing. This gigantic iridium meteorite. Okay. I wish I could see. Boink. Boink, boink, boink. Planetarium. I will have to do like clears of the map at some point. Just pick up all the resources and stockpile them in a high base. Because why not? It's a good thing I didn't bring my truck down here. I wouldn't have made it anywhere. Too many rocks. What this? Just crater wall. Okay. I assume the chests that pop down everywhere are just... They are merely chests that dropped out of the wrecks as they fell. 'Cause, man, there are a lot of wrecks. Maybe it's something to do with this meteor. Maybe the meteor is causing extreme magnetic interference. I don't know. I'm not sure what the actual qualities of iridium are. Or where they kind of fall in things. Hold on, let me check. Maybe a bit of false wall somewhere. I forgot to check for that. Nope, don't look like it. Up I go. I guess I can go exploring some of the other stuff for now. Since I made all this prep work and I'm not even going to use it. Push it. Got it. Yeah. Man, this thing's got some traction. Jeez. So that's the story of someone who is trying to escape. Trying to get out of the planet and such. I wonder if they're from that wreck over there. I'll drink of water, well, that's fine. And I'll eat a space food. There's a little canyon thing here. Let's see where we're going with that. So. The vehicles in this game are kind of funny. I can't turn, apparently. That's concerning. You know what? I'm gonna take my trek back to one of the entrances of the Mushroom Cave. I'm gonna explore the Mushroom Cave. I'm also gonna grab any sulfur I find. Yo. There's something here. What? What are these? Are these... Are these supposed to be grave markers? Hold on. Let me see something here. What was supposed to be a fun, relaxing time turned into a nightmare. A 5-week space cruise across the lesser-known parts of the universe. Unfortunately, our stupid crew was not able to respond to a seemingly minor incident, and here we are, bearing the few bodies we were able to retrieve from the burning wreck. Less sarcasm. We're burying bodies. What will happen to us now will most certainly be similar. We are heading west, and we'll see how long we can survive. I would say a few days at most. Some Cinetat 2 survivors, at least for now. That's sad. Well, can't let these bodies go to waste. Doo-doo. Doo-doo, doo-doo. I don't like the space. I'm not a customization person. Huh. Okay, well now that's just sad. I didn't even have any good loot. Oh, hello. Loot. I found it. All I had to do was speak it would pop into existence. So heading west. Heading west would mean... Just let me do a 4-point turn. Hold on. Heading west is that endless desert. Which, okay, to be fair, there is no water when they landed. Now there's water. And there's more oxygen on the planet. But they are almost certainly dead. Like, I'm nearly positive. Just gonna take a look. These rock formations are interesting because I wonder what caused them. Because they're not consistent with tectonic formation. They aren't. At least, they don't seem to be. There's so much sand everywhere. It doesn't make sense. They're here, obviously. And there's obviously been wind on this planet for a long time. But past that, it's hard to tell. And it's all weird. Of course, that's a product of the game design. But again, I like to immerse myself in the worlds. I like to just accept them for what they say that they are. I enjoy myself more, and I think people in general would enjoy themselves more if they just accepted things for what they said they were. In fiction, at least. That's not how it works in the real world. That's part of what makes it fiction. It's not real. That's the point. This might have been the cruiser that went down. That they were talking about. Uranium rod. That's useful. Oh, whoa. I did not. What? Uh-oh. I did not see that coming, did you? Apparently this is too extreme. Highly disappointing, by the way. Here we go, gotcha. Did you see that? Because I didn't see that. See, that looks like an impact. But there's not enough glass charring around it for me to call it that. Okay. Look, there's rocks and such. I wonder if I go out that way, I'll be able to find it. Like, I've been out kind of over there. I've been up and around over here. Maybe not there, but like here. See the dot there. I haven't really been much up here to the north side. But I've been here. Go down and around. One of the next places I have to explore, I think. But in between then and now, I may hope to have accomplished some things. Bright. Well, that music feels ominous. I'm not gonna find space zombies in here, am I? I don't know. The hallway looks dangerous. Maybe I'll go the other way. Boink. I always like blueprints, even if I can't technically use. They're not much use right now. Basically because I don't actually make them. But that is not the blueprint's fault. That is my fault. Or so they would have you think. I think it is the blueprint's fault. They conspire against me. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeedy doody. Doody deedy. Fancy looking. This must have been the luxury. Doesn't make much sense otherwise. Check underneath the stairs. There's a cheeky hiding spot. Vegetubes? Did they just reuse Vegetubes for this? I mean, I guess. Again, with the thing. Boink. Boink. The boink, the boink. I'll take the water ball, I guess. Got that. Boop. Top space food. Uranium so is very valuable to me because it's the main source of my power. This would be so dangerous on a spaceship. Even if it is relatively stable and all, it's not. It's inherently not. Like, they kind of hand wave a lot of the really cool space stuff, like artificial gravity. Like, that stuff's really cool in terms of actually doing space things. Having artificial gravity in a way that is not reliant upon rotation to maintain. Really cool. No, I don't have the T2 one yet. These look like cryopods. But really, they're just tanning beds, aren't they? Boink, boink. Lots of valuable stuff. Lots and lots of valuables. X-ray glitch. Well, it's kind of fun when that happens. I suppose that's one thing about this game. It's not perfectly polished. Like the games I tend to play usually are. That is not... So? Not everything needs to be perfect. Okay, so I can't do that. I need a T2 deconstruction chip. Got it. Boink. Okay, so that's all I can get from here right now. Yeah, this must have been the cruiser. That's sad. Okay, I'm full up. Oh, I missed that. Well, I'd rather go down here myself and get it than... Easier to get that out. Okay. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna do some Steve. Though I'm gonna pick up some sulfur along the way. If I had more space in my inventory, I would try and go and do the mushroom cave. But I don't. I'm also starting to run out of time for this episode. Trying to be conscientious. They get too big and it just gets clunky, right? Go, go, go. Get a running start. Now, I was earlier mentioning about the Switch 2 and how it sold out right away, which I think is rather impressive given the current economic climate of many things. Many people were not happy, or at least many verbal people were not happy. With the way the prices rolled out. And realistically, I don't think they had much room to complain on the price of the console itself. But the jump for video games does hurt. But again, it's not without necessary precedent either. Nintendo hasn't changed their prices for a long time in terms of video games, but other places have been. Like, if I'm going to look for a couple of examples, Monster Hunter that came out earlier this year, which I still haven't bought. I want to, I'm going to, but I'm waiting. It came out largely unpolished, like in terms of graphical fidelity and just how it ran. It was really buggy. Heard that from some people who played it, who actually, like, I talked to and have respect enough for that I don't think they're lying, not just what everyone else is saying. It's a danger too many fall into. Just trusting what someone else says. And there's nothing wrong with trusting people, even on the internet, but it's good to be wary. These people are people I talk to and have a rapport with. Reported graphical glitches and the various needs that just didn't make a lot of sense for them to have to do. Not worrying as much about the aluminum right now as I am about you, Zeolite. This stuff I don't know where else to get, and largely the same for osmium, but there's a lot of aluminum here. Jeez. I'll have to do clean on this soon enough. Right now it's the rare stuff. Two more. Super alloy is rare and hard to make. The night sky is very interesting because they're just particles suspended in midair, which is extremely odd. I wonder if this was a meteor swarm that broke apart from a larger meteor of a similar composition, or if it was one meteor that broke apart upon entry. Now, this planet did not have much of an atmosphere before we came here. That's part of what the pressure stuff is. It's just not a thick atmosphere, which makes it even weirder that these advanced ships are burning up. Well, not burning up, crashing and burning on re-entry. Just something wonky going on. Because that's what causes rockets in real life to burn on re-entry. Is those gases, is the pressure, it's the atmosphere of it all. So it is important to note that if Earth had no atmosphere and somehow people were still alive, it would be far, far easier for us to launch satellites or anything out of orbit, because then you really only have to overcome gravitational pull. Still hard, very hard, but way easier. Because you don't have to account for aerodynamics. Aerodynamics don't matter in space. They just don't. Because there's no air for them to cut through. That's why space fighters and atmospheric fighters are likely going to be of a different design if we ever get to that point in time. Which we may. Maybe. I don't think we're going to see it, though. So. Ah, home sweet glowing biodome. I'd be really interested to see humankind build something like a Dyson swarm. Or even a Dyson sphere, for that matter. I think that would be fascinating. Hold on, let me fix that. I don't like doing that. Throws me for a loopy. Okay, I got a lot of stuff. It seems. Gonna start stockpiling food. Okay. Looks like we've been keeping consistent with our generation, which makes sense. You know what? If that explosive powder. I'm gonna do one thing. Sulfur, sulfur, sulfur. New sound. Super alloy, uranium rods. Okay, got one uranium rod. I'm gonna make a T2 nuclear reactor. Just cause I can. Oh, nice, I got 2 in here. Decode blueprints, and then I'm gonna call it there. Look at all that power. Jeez. Is it more economical? 86.5. Costs 3. Yeah, no, this is more effective on power from a nuclear standpoint. And it's more compressed. And that's always a factor to make. Hey! Finally. We're gonna make a T2 deconstruction. Methane. Why? Why? Hold on, I'm in already. Can I make that over here? I don't know. I'm not even sure how I get algae. Would that matter? Highly concerning. $80 tons of plants. Okay. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Plant Crafter. I believe this is episode 15. We journeyed to a crater, found a giant meteor. Really creeped myself out there. It just looks so intimidating. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe. You can leave a comment. Let me know how you think I'm doing. Even an angry one. Believe me, I will argue with you. That's it. Thank you all. Have a great day.